Hello, in this video I'll be answering a few frequently asked questions about my homemade silent computer. One question a lot of you asked was how much did it cost to build? And I didn't keep proper tabs, but it was around £40 or so, which I think is around $65. So that's obviously excluding my time and components, but even so that's actually pretty cheap for a computer case. I think for the amount I spent on it, it's actually, it's pretty high end, really. And it is unique, so that's a good thing. And it does what I wanted it to do, which was be really quiet. Now, another question some of you have asked is, what are the specs in here? Well, I've not really mentioned the specs because it's not really relevant to the case. What is relevant to the case is the wattage that those components use. So for example, the GTX 460 that's in here won't really do a great job on current generation games, but if you put in a new, say, GTX 980, that card uses almost the same amount of power. It's just, I think, 5 watts over. So the acoustic and thermal performance would be very similar, if not identical, but its performance would obviously be far greater. So the point of the case really is that it can cool down really high power consumption components quietly. So I hope that answers the question. It's not really a high-spec machine, but it has the potential to be with the same acoustics, because I did do it on a budget. So, and another question some of you asked is, what temperatures does this actually get? And that is actually a good question. I did mean to cover it in my previous performance test video, but I forgot, so sorry about that. But basically the temperatures for the graphics card never really go above 70 Celsius when gaming. But when you do run FurMark, which stresses the graphics card beyond what it would ever be stressed in an actual game, it does hit 79 Celsius. Now it is stable at 79 Celsius, and that's still okay for a graphics card. It is high, 79 Celsius, but then again, it's FurMark. That's a ridiculous kind of amount of stress that no practical game is ever going to put on a card. And that it can do FurMark and be stable and be just as quiet as it was in my performance test video, I personally think that's quite phenomenal. So as I said, actual gameplay temperatures are about 70 Celsius, which is an ideal balance between noise and temperatures, really, because any cooler and it's just wasted noise effectively. Same goes for the processor. It's not a very high wattage processor in here. It's only, I think, 55 watts TDP according to Intel, and that's about 40 watts lower than, say, a decent i7. But here's the thing, it never goes above 33 Celsius even when it's stressed to its max. So even with an i7, I reckon it would only hit maybe 45 to 50 Celsius. I would like to try it at some point, but for now I'm just going to guess it's going to be 50 Celsius tops, which again is pretty good considering you can't hear the computer. Okay, so I think that answers most of the major questions that people have had. This was a personal project for me, so I do hope you've enjoyed these videos about it. Normal channel how-to videos are going to resume after my next video. So the first one will be how to make a 100 watt LED flashlight, which is literally incredible. It's like a portable floodlight because it uses 100 watts of electricity, but it is an LED. It's an LED light, so the efficiency is far greater than that of a normal floodlight. So it's about equivalent to, I think, about 1000 watts of incandescent or halogen light output. So it's crazy good. So I do hope you enjoy that when it's out. And in my next video, I'll be just giving a quick overview of my favourite apps for my smartphone. I've only gotten this recently. I used to rock an old Nokia N900, which runs like this Linux based operating system, but I have recently switched to Android, mostly so that I can use my new camera with a remote control, so I can actually preview my video feed on the phone and control it and everything. So that's just so handy for videos like this. And yeah, in that video I'll also be having a look at some Bluetooth speakers and a little wired speaker that I got sent to review. So I do hope you enjoy that video. It's just a casual video. I'm just doing it because it would be nice just to do something different. But yeah, normal how-to videos will resume after that, and I hope you enjoy them as usual. And yeah, thanks for sticking with my channel, and I hope you will enjoy all my future uploads. I'm Matt.